So the big question is this: how do you lose all the weight that you want and actually keep it off for the rest of your life, while trying to make sense of all the noise that comes from the weight loss industry? That is the question. And this podcast will give you the answers.
G'day guys, and welcome to the next episode of the Weight Loss Secrets podcast. My name is Baron Grant and I'm rapt to be with you today to be able to go through some more ideas, some more tips that are going to help you to make changes in your life so you can lose all the weight you want and keep it off. Because yo-yo dieting is a waste of time. Losing weight and putting it back on is very frustrating. We don't want that. How do we get our bodies to lose it and keep it off? Well, that's what we talk about on these podcasts, and hopefully today you'll get something out of it that can help you to be able to do that as well. Now, today I really want to talk about attitudes. And I want to talk about attitude that you have during your weight loss journey, and I want you to reflect on your attitude at the moment about how you're traveling with that, because attitude makes an enormous difference when it comes to us losing weight. And I particularly want to focus today on our attitudes when we stop losing weight. No matter what process, no matter what program that we're focused on or what program that we're invested in and doing, you'll have moments where you don't lose weight. And that could be just for 1 week. If it really pushes out to 3 or 4 or 5 weeks, well, you're on the wrong program. And that's not going to do any good for you. You're never going to lose the weight. But if you haven't lost weight for a week or 10 days, that doesn't mean you've hit a plateau. I don't really believe in plateaus at all, because if you eat the right way, you'll continue to lose weight. But you'll have moments that it has big drops and then moments where it holds a little bit. Now, hold for a week or so doesn't mean whatever you're choosing to do, whatever program you're on is not working. That's nonsense. Of course, it's still working, but you need to stick to the process. Sometimes in our body, we have things happen that can cause some inflammation, can cause some swelling, can cause a variety of things. It could be the wrong time of the month for a woman, and so you'll actually carry more weight at that period of time. It could be that you've done a big workout in the gym and you've got a bit of water retention, a bit of inflammation. It could be like that. It could be that your body's just decided to hold a little bit more water. It could have been that you've eaten way more salt in the last week, and so your body's holding on to more water again. So you can sometimes just hold in weight. It doesn't mean that you're getting fatter. It doesn't mean that fat is increasing in your body and suddenly the program or whatever you've chosen to do is not working. So we have to get perspective. It's really important to get perspective during a weight loss journey. But what I want to really focus on is the 2 types of people that I see all the time while coaching. Over many years of coaching people and helping people lose weight, I see a couple of types of people. Number one is those that freak out. And as soon as the scales stop moving for a day or a week, they're like, that's it. The world has ended. This doesn't work, right? Nothing's working for me because my body must be broken. It could be a variety of different thoughts that they have, but they get into this place of sadness, depressed, they're frustrated, and they get angry. And then that in turn causes other issues going on in your body with increased levels of cortisol and stress. So that's no good. But that's the one group that I see all the time. And these are the guys generally watching the scales pretty closely. And then when it doesn't go exactly as planned, that's it. It's almost like a runner who's improving on their time all the time, and they don't hit their personal best the next week. And they go, stuff this, I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to run anymore because I didn't hit my personal best this week, right? Some weeks you won't lose weight, but that'll be offset by the other weeks where you lose a significant amount. That's just the way weight loss works. But I see this group of people a lot. And that group of people is where they're really frustrated because they stop losing after they've had 3 or 4 really good weeks, and then bush, they didn't lose for a week, and they throw the baby out with the bathwater. And some can't see that maybe it was their effort, maybe it was just something random happening in their body for a week, but we need to sometimes zoom out just a little bit and take stock and not get so focused on that one result on the scales. So I want you to reflect on your attitude the last time that you didn't lose while you're trying to lose weight. You might be trying to lose weight right now, and maybe you didn't lose weight in the last week. What's your thought process? What's your attitude? What are you going to do next, right? There's a great song in Frozen 2, and it talks about, I think Anna sings it when everything had turned bad, and I think Olaf had just died, and she's like, she didn't know what to do, and she sings this song about doing the next right thing. So what's the next right thing we can do? Well, here's the other group of people. They pick the next right thing to do. They don't sit and wallow. They don't sit and moan. They don't sit and complain. They don't sit and try and find fault with whatever program or structure they're trying to do. They just do the next right thing. And so I want to talk about a bloke who recently just finished my program a couple of weeks ago. He lost a bunch of weight. I'm actually going to get him on. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have him on doing a podcast with me because he's just done so well. His name's Craig. Now, Craig, he's a ripper. He was super easy to work with without the process. There was no whining, no complaining, no nothing. But there was a moment during his 9-week process where he was losing a bunch of weight that he stopped losing weight. I think it might have been somewhere between 7 and 10 days that his weight hadn't shifted. Now, he'd lost a lot of weight on this journey, but there was a moment. But his attitude was just bang on. I can't speak highly enough of it. One of my favorite people that I've coached. I've coached lots of wonderful people, but he's been one of my favorites because his attitude was this. He said, he sent me a message. He goes, Baz, I'm feeling a little disappointed. You know, he's a bit flat. He's like, I didn't lose any weight. What have I got to do? What have I got to do to make sure I get to this number that I want to get to? And it was like, you wanted to get back into the 70s, hadn't been in the 70s for many years. And so he said, what do I got to do? And so I'm like, bro, let's talk about this, make sure you're on point with this, on point with that. So we went through the whole process. And I'm like, I want you to send me photos of your food. Let's get on it, you know. And he was just like, bang. Just did everything I asked. But his attitude was, I'm in control. I'm the person who has responsibility for this, and I'm going to do what I need to do to get it done. I'm not going to sit and whine and complain and pontificate about how hard this is and think about how nothing ever works for my body. He tried stuff in the past to lose weight that hadn't gone nearly as well as this had, but he didn't sit around and complain about it. He just went, all right, what's the next right thing I can do? You know, Anna from Tangled, or not Tangled, oh, Frozen. My daughter will kill me. But what's the next right thing? The next right thing is I can go, right, maybe it was me. Maybe it was my fault. You know, that's so powerful. Even if it wasn't, I'm going to accept that it was my fault and I'm going to make sure I get it right this week and do it right. Anyway, he lost a bunch of weight. He's back on track and he's all good. But that attitude is a winning attitude. The other attitude is not a winning attitude. And when we throw the baby out with the bathwater and we sort of go, oh, this is so hard and I'm not going to achieve it and this is not working, as opposed to, what can I do? What can I do to get back in control here? So what I really want you to do is think about where your focus is when you have a bad week, when you're trying to lose weight. Because we have the choice. The choice is to follow the example of Craig, which is stuff it, Baz. What do I got to do next? I'm in this thing. I'm going to go win. So just tell me what I got to do. Tell me where I'm stuffing up. Let's go through it all in detail. Yep, sweet. Let's go. I'm going to go get it done. Or it is, I knew this wasn't going to work. Is that our lens straight away? I knew this wasn't going to work. Oh, this isn't working. This is a challenge. This is hard. How do we view it when it doesn't go to plan? When maybe we gain 200 grams as opposed to losing 200 grams on the week. Or maybe we gain a kilo as opposed to losing 1.5 kilos like we did the previous week. What's your choice? It's all about what we choose to focus on. And if we go down the path of sitting and complaining and worrying about it, it does us zero favors at all, because then we start to increase in stress and that makes it even worse completely. So I want you to reflect on, how did you respond last time you put on weight while you were on the process of losing weight? And how can you reframe it? How can you look at it differently so that you maybe follow the other example of, what have I got to do? Let's just jump in and get it done. You can have some good results on the process, whatever process you're choosing, or you can have great results on the process. And it was interesting, I watched a video just the other day of it was a basketball coach in the United States talking to his college team. And he said, you can be really good at basketball. All of you clearly can play basketball. He told this whole story. He said, but I can't teach you to be great. You can be good and I can help on that process by you being good by teaching drills and structures and how to post up and how to dribble and all that sort of stuff. But I can't make anybody great. If you want to be great, that's on you. It's on effort. That's on doing the work outside of the training sessions that we do. And I think that's the same with weight loss. You can have good results on any program that you do. Any program. But if you want to have great results and truly change your life for the rest of your life, that's on you. That's on me. That's on us. It's not about the program. It's about the effort. It's about the choice. It's about the focus. It's about the desire. It's about doing the grind every single day. That's what creates greatness, right? That's what creates greatness. It's about doing it every single day. And to finish on the story of Craig, I called him this morning just to check about our time to do the podcast tomorrow. And he goes, you've caught me on a walk. And so we chatted while he was on a walk. He's not on the program working with me every day anymore, but he is still doing the work. That's how we become great at weight loss. Just like a basketball player who needs to work on their own stuff when nobody else is watching, we've got to work on our own stuff when nobody else is watching if we really want to lose weight and change our lives in a dramatic way. So what's your attitude? What is your attitude when things go wrong? What's your attitude when the weight stays the same for a week? Do you respond in a way of, I dig in and work harder and don't even take any emotion associated with it or hold on to any emotion? Or do you fall apart and let the emotion overwhelm you and then think, I better quit because there's nothing else I can do, nothing will work? It's all about our attitude. What we choose to focus on is what we'll see. And if we choose to focus on winning, then we'll do the work to get there, no matter how hard it is, or no matter if we've fallen along the journey, or no matter if the weight stayed the same or even went up. So let's go down that path of digging in and working harder, not throwing the baby out with the bathwater if it gets a little tough. That's my message for today. We'll talk soon.